How close is that to here?
Damn, feeling good, man. Just got here. Kokomo, second fight. Tomorrow, we do it. Bro, the weight cut was easy, though. Like, it's 45. Like, I make that shit in my sleep.
I want to check it, nothing's official yet. It's not a title fight, right?
Yeah, baby. We on weight.
Ready to get after enjoy this holiday tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking ready to eat. My body was dying. Yeah, like I was like, all right, move my hand. Well, shit. It was just, and then he figured out he's a Chicago fighter. You know? Yeah, I was there. We're on the same card, dude. Yeah, I fought there.
And get your picture with Kirsten.
Yes. Sorry. And let's have Darian Padgett, Lake Fialta. $145.7. Thank you. Lake Fialta. 145.0. Thank you.
Yeah, they can do one together.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can do whatever. Thank you.
How stingy you
Get the venue 5:30.
So is that fight scratched or did they find somebody?
Oh, he did? Did you get all your blood all that stuff? You can weigh in, you don't have to wait.
I'm gonna go eat. We about to go down. You about to go down, hey. You want to be safe now? On the drive here, I saw that.
We about to do that motherfucking thing, yeah? We in Kokomo.
Yeah, that was very fortunate.
There was some power in the car.
Something going on.
At least that's what I'm like to believe.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna.
Every time we go to Cleveland, all these Ricans are like, oh, when you fight, man, you can be there, play there. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Much like last time. I think that lighter's better for you.
talk about these gyms they come from. You talk about getting that sweat going down there. It's a huge benefit having a team like IBG and Team Cologne in your corner, because not only are they helping you everyday training, when it comes day for the fight, they've been through it. They know the routines, they know the patterns, they know when you got to get your heart rate up. They're coming out and they're ready to peak as soon as they step in that cage.
Yeah, man, nothing is better than having cornermen that know you and how to get you ready, and nothing is better than having cornermen that know how the game works and how to work it. Luke Taylor giving us a couple pats, man. Luke Taylor has been around since I started fighting in 2006.
Luke Taylor was somebody I was looking up to in 2006. The dude's jiu-jitsu is on another level.
He is a fantastic jiu-jitsu player, and he has had his fair share of wins in the octagon as well. I mean,
and that's what you get, you know, at a Colosseum Combat show. Darian Padgett is training with high-level professional fighters such as Luke on a daily basis. But so is Blake.
I was going to say, Blake is training with those dudes from Team Cologne, and those guys are always, if you're looking at Team Cologne guys in the main events of Colosseum Combat or on these Bellator cards that are in Chicago, it's not any different than IBG. Those guys have guys on the main level cards all the time, and they put up.
Put up, they do. We shall see if Darian Padgett or Blake Fialaka puts up here tonight.
We got a somersault into like a 48-inch vertical going on.
His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, is trained in wrestling, representing Indy boxing and grappling, weighing in at 145.7 pounds, with an undefeated record of 4 wins and 0 losses. From Indianapolis, Indiana, Darian Padgett!
We have 5-2 versus 4-0 here for our amateur main event, and I'm almost surprised there's not a title on the line.
Man, this one is going to be fireworks. Referee Gary Copeland's got us set and ready to go for our amateur main event. Blake Fialaka in the red and black, but guess what? So is Darian Padgett also in the red and black.
Right. Do they both have black gloves on?
Both
so
have
we
black
got to look.
Blake
at the
Fialaka in the red tape, Darian Padgett in the blue.
We got Team Cologne, thankfully, written across Blake's shorts.
Front kick there by Blake, just missed.
Nice straight left.
Blake here in the southpaw stance. Darian orthodox. Ooh, spinning kick. That was flashy, but man, if that would have landed, there would have been something behind that.
Yeah, that was fast. He was like 6 inches too high, which is crazy.
Blake there in the front kick, followed by that jab.
I like the motion of both guys. They're trying to control the center of the cage, and it's hard.
Both guys throwing some big leather, both sneaking through as Blake presses Darian right against the cage.
Yeah, Blake was able to land a couple of the big strikes that we saw throwing. Darian hasn't been quite able to land, but it gave Blake the advantage on the cage control. And now they're both just battling positions here. Nice knees from Darian up against the fence.
Blake looking for a move there.
Yeah, he's looking to lift with that underhook, but he's gonna have to do a little bit. Nice job.
Back to the center of the cage.
Darian's right back in the center looking to take control.
Just over halfway through our first round here. Both of these guys trading some strikes.
Yeah, Blake with the cheeky spinning back fist there. I like it.
High kick there by Darian Padgett. That one found a bit of a home, I think.
Yeah, he caught it just under the elbow on the body. It was nice.
Ooh, the left hand snuck through right there by Blake.
Both guys, when there's an engagement, are throwing, so every time one guy lands, the other guy's able to land too. Very evenly matched so far. Left hand to a single leg, got shucked off. Good defense by Darian.
This the fifth fight in 14 months for Darian Padgett. Said he wanted to come in tonight and showcase his striking skills. He's always been known as somewhat of a grappler and wrestler. He wants to come in tonight and throw some strikes, and that's what he's doing, as this fight's been mostly on the feet. And we are through our first round of our fifth fight here tonight on the amateur, last fight in our amateur level here.
High action, a lot of big strikes thrown from distance, but neither guy has been able to get a big advantage so far. I don't know how I would score it as a judge. Blake might have landed
About a hand for your ring card girl, Brandy.
If I had to choose, but it would be a difficult choice.
As Darian predicted, that first round they were showcasing their striking skills. He said he would give it 2, and in the third he was going to finish the fight.
Okay. That's exciting to hear. I see his corner like getting in his face a little bit, telling him what to do. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him come out for a takedown in this round.
Second round here, and we are set to go. Colosseum Combat 61, presented by Oscar's Pizza. The mastermind, Mark Slater, behind all these
make some noise,
exciting fights you're seeing on this Colosseum Combat canvas.
Big left hand.
Blake slinging that leather.
Loading up. He occasionally switches stances, but I've not seen him throw anything yet from the orthodox stance. He just does it to move.
Body kick right there, hard by Darian Padgett.
Yeah, he's landed that right body kick a couple times now. That's been his best strike so far. Nice push kick to keep him off balance. Good job by Blake. Blake's up on his toes, looking to throw.
Darian again with that kick, was blocked.
Blake's got bad intentions with that left hand every time he lets it go.
Winging it from downtown, that one missed. Oh, there's a winger from Darian Padgett as well.
Man.
Again.
When one of these lands flush, that was a nice left hand to the body and a good pressure up against the fence. He's using an underhook to control him.
Blake Fliaka here. Darian Padgett pressed against the cage, just over halfway through the second round.
Neither guy being able to get much of an advantage here.
Not much of advantage, but Blake does have hit Darian pressed against the cage, so in the eyes of the judges, I would say that they're probably going to have Blake winning right now.
Oh yeah, Darian's got to do something. He can't just keep his back against the fence, even though he's not giving up the advantage on the takedown. Blake has the advantage of the ring control. You are 100% correct.
Blake looking content to just ride out this round right now with Blake pressed against the cage. Blake wants no part of it as he runs into referee Gary Copeland there. Copeland, sorry.
Yeah, Darian got off that cage as fast as he could, and now he's got Blake backing up. Nice.
Hard leg kick.
Nice leg kick. Darian announced as a wrestler, has used wrestling in his previous fights. Like he said he was going to wait till the third round, but might be time to open up some of that wrestling game.
That third round just 25 seconds away.
Beautiful left hook on the entry there.
Both guys here in the orthodox stance. Blake Fliaka back to that leg kick.
Yeah, another nice leg kick by Blake.
Wonder if it's starting to add up a little bit. You see Darian kind of lift his leg, kind of clawed that leg a little bit.
He's definitely picking it up a little bit when he thinks another one's going to come, but
round 2 in the books. We're going to go to see a third and see if Darian follows through with his prediction.
Yeah, He really does need to come out though and get a takedown and finish this fight because
one more time
he might
for
be down
Sam.
2 because of control of the cage. And at the end of the day, Blake landed the bigger strikes, a couple leg kicks, a decent left hand a couple times. I mean, Darian needs to come out and do something to get this in his favor as opposed to it being neutral or slightly not in his favor.
I totally agree, Daniel Head. We shall see. Darian Padgett with a 4-0 record right now. He's going to have to find an answer in this third round to keep that O.
But Blake's had 7 amateur fights. He's 5-2, and he's fought some decent opponents. So he's coming in here. He's ready to go. We're ready for our third round. And Darian, I do feel like needs to come out here and get a finish if he wants to get this win, because there's no more rounds and a decision doesn't go your way.
Third and final round. Make some noise, Kokomo!
Right there it is, Dan. He called it. It's exactly what he said. He would give it 2 and was going to finish it in the third. He was going to get in, get a takedown, and get the tap. And he's looking right now for exactly that with that rear naked choke.
He's already got both hooks in, and we're less than 20 seconds into the round. Sinking in a rear naked is what he's looking to do. Digging
hard. That could be in there.
It's in.
That could be the beginning of the end for Blake Fialka. No.
He got
Darian
away.
lets it go. Gonna powder him up a little bit with some punches.
Must have been across the chin, but this is exactly what he needed to do, though. You know, the stand-up wasn't going exactly how he wanted it to go. He held his own, but he wasn't winning rounds clearly. This is a way to win a round clearly and even get a 10-8 if you got it back for the whole 3 minutes.
2 minutes left here in this fight as Darian Padgett all over the back of Blake Fialka.
Darian's using a nice job with that right hand, trying to get some wrist control and sink the left under, but Blake has done a great job of protecting his chin. Even when I thought he had it in, we had a bad angle, so he must have been across the chin, and Blake just wasn't giving it up. But for a minute, it looked deep from our angle.
A true testament to the gyms, once again, that these guys are training at. They're in battles and wars every day, so when you're in a bad position in the cage, it's nothing different than another day at the office.
Yeah, you're not gonna tap out unless you are caught. Like, if you're not going to sleep, these dudes ain't gonna tap out because they've been caught in chokes that aren't legit. So, I want Darian to do more of this damage. Pound him more to open up the submission. And as Blake is doing, honestly, he's doing a good job just defending right now. Keep working to get your hips underneath you.
Just under a minute left here in our third and final round.
Having your legs elevated because you're up off the ground like that with your hips is not fun. Very uncomfortable position. And it's a long time to ride like this with 2 minutes and 40 seconds is how long was left on the clock when he got us back from the start. Blake has done a fantastic job.
30 seconds left. Darian Padgett still all over the back of Blake Fialka.
As you see, he's using a lot of wrist control. He's putting in like half Nelsons. He's trying to work one arm under the neck while the other arm distracts the wrist or controls the wrist. But
10 seconds left, Dan. Was this third round enough to get Darian Padgett the W?
Man, I'm glad I'm not a judge, because this is one of those fights where it's like, what dictates the 10-8 round? Could it be a draw even? 2 minutes and 40 seconds of back control is a lot of time to control a back, but he didn't do a lot of damage. So neither guy has really hurt that bad, but Blake did control the cage. He controlled the center of the octagon and had the pressure on the outside. So like you said earlier, what are the judges seeing? They look even, but they're not, because one guy's pushing you in the cage while you're just pushing back.
If you saw it, the first 2 rounds going to Blake Fialka, and then possibly the third round going to Darian Padgett with possibly 10-8.
I was going to say,
we could have a draw.
Possibly a 10-8, not possibly to him. Darian definitely has to most
possibly
dominant
10
round of the
yeah.
fight. But did he win the fight? I don't know. 2 rounds to Blake, 1 round to him. Was his round more dominant? Yes. By far. The most dominant round of the fight came for him. Who landed the most damaging shots? Like or the misses. I mean, both of them had some shots. Absolutely. That spinning head kick in the first round that went 6 inches above Blake's head, like, man, I wouldn't want to get kicked by that. I'm glad I'm not standing there in front of it because I'm 6 inches taller than that kid.
It would have caught you right on the chin, Dan.
Oh, I don't need to get hit anymore.
Our referee's taking a little bit of time here to get this score tallied up, and rightfully so. As you already said, I don't want to be a judge in this fight.
No, I could see it being a majority draw, even where 2 people give him a 10-8, because it's hard not to give a 10-8 round in a 3-minute round when the guy had your back and was looking for a finish. And even though he didn't do a lot of damage, he had his legs lifted up off the ground with that hip position while he had his back. Like, it wasn't like, oh, he's kind of riding the back and being lazy. He was working, and he just didn't get a finish. But
we shall see what the judges see, if that aggressive back control was enough for Darian Padgett to pull out the win tonight.
Do you think it's possible that a ref could have given a 10-10 round in like the first?
Definitely possible, and especially with some judges.
Got a hand for both of these fighters going the distance all 3 rounds.
Let's get the decision from Brady L. Davis.
I can't make it.
For the first time tonight, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Judge number 1 scores the bout 29-28, Padgett. Judge number 2 scores the bout 29-28, Bialka. Judge number 3 scores the bout 28-28. This is a split draw. Split draw.
When is the last time you've seen a split draw, Dan? We talked about it.
We just said this. It could be a majority draw, a split draw. The 29-28 for Padgett, I don't understand a whole lot, but it is what it is.
Either way, wow.
I could see the first round being a 10-10.
So hard to get. No, we knew you were going to come out wrestling, but you were coming out striking with the dude, and you looked sharp too. Because it was pretty even, like the first 2 rounds.
Because Blake's not a bad striker.
No, he's not a bad striker. He's smooth, yeah. And like, I don't know if you got the tell, but like that second round, he landed. Yeah. Like he had good head pressure, and like I'm a wrestler. Normally I can feel that and just circle off, but he was following me.
Dude, you came out
way better.
You came out